start this up. Oh yeah, you can jump. So there's a star that goes overhead, and if you do exclamation point jump, you can try to get it. You can also dance. You can, yeah. That's so funny. The jump from the dance, you got it. That's so silly. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know you could get it from just the dance. That's so funny. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Kamiki. Probably Kamiki. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. You're going for style points? Absolutely. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against a beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. It's Ami Amaterasu. What's up, Shadow? "45 months! There she goes! Shadow, thank you for the 45 months. Let's go. Oh! Ōkami. God, this game's so pretty. What a pretty game. Here we go. And I'm also playing the Switch version of Ōkami HD. But man, does it look beautiful. Yes, let's create a save data. New game. A Stunfisk. No one wants a Stunfisk. I don't want a Stunfisk. Story. Oh, these are opening credits. I was like, what's happening? Oh, is it gonna make us watch the opening again? That's silly. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Kamiki lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain, 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone were said to curse anyone who gazed into them. No one dared disobey the horrific beast. They sound nice. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranui. Oh! Fancy that, a Hyugai raid, Mado. Thank you for the raid. Hello, raiders. So good to see you. Key, Mado, title. Hello, hello. How was your stream? How was Triangle Strategy? Font, also. I was lurking for a little bit um, in your stream. Very chill vibes as always. It was nice to hang out. I hope you're having a great Sunday. Oh, and Sparky as well. All the friends are here. We are playing Ōkami for the first time. I've never played it before, but I've seen people play it. And Key with the 26-month resub. Let's go. It was great. What a good time that game is. Oh yeah, I love lurking in your stream. Usually you're streaming like right before I go to stream, so it's always nice to lurk and hang out while I'm getting ready. But yeah. Follow Matto if you don't. Wonderful streamer. They're amazing. So yeah, we just started. We're in like the opening thingamajig. Oh, Jamie got a mudkip. Let's go. Hell yeah. Oh, and your pronouns are showing up now. So yeah, I guess it just takes a bit. Let's go. It's because I'm here, it's true. Remember that reverse Mario Party you did with glasses? Wig and Spencer, you're almost done with a comp? Oh, that's sick. Let's go, Sparky. I can't wait to see it. We haven't officially announced it, but there is plans to do another reverse Mario Party. So, if you enjoyed it, the first one, we have plans to do another one. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to the game. We're in the opening, like, explaining the wolf, where the wolf came from. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. But yeah, I can't wait for the comp, Sparky. I'm sure it's amazing. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranui. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranui's swift movements. You named your mudkip Patrick? Thank you, that's amazing. It's a very good name, I do have to say. You're gonna get yourself in trouble for spilling secrets like that. Hey. It happens. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Piercing the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into... Do we have to use that word? The home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this sign. Imagine being in love with someone with a similar name to yours. Incredible. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi traveled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing crimson upon 8 thrashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hide was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. No worries, Keith. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for lurking. Get some rest. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui, the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. The two beasts struggled wildly, thrashing in the darkness. You enjoyed this game a lot. I'll probably enjoy this a lot. I'm very excited to play it. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. We drew a circle. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. It's a lot of reading, I am noticing that, but I do have water, so we're good. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow, but Shiranui refused to give in. With its last ounce of strength, the majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Oh, thank you for the pets. In the beginning especially, it's like, bro, but thankfully the game makes up for it. That's good. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows. Oh, okay, so he's just lurking in the shadows. I understand. Stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scarred and battered arms. He leapt ferociously towards Orochi, his sword poised high. This is just me preparing to talk in a chat I've never talked in before. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. It's a weird way to say it, they chopped off his head. Orochi's broken body collapsed, oh my god, in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Nagi scooped the beast into his arms and returned to Kamiki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a hoarse and pitiful bark. Aww. Then closed his eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamiki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine, placed a statue of the wolf within it. Nagi's sword was christened Tsukuyomi, placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Nagi, Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Uh-oh. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukuyomi? The sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend. Nothing but a fairy tale. You know, even if I didn't believe in this thing, I wouldn't just pull the sword out. I'm not that trusting. Imagine just like, this doesn't exist, I'm gonna prove it. Oh, he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words I wish darkness onto the world. Utter that prayer unto me, and unleash my power. Don't do it. He's gonna fucking do it. Oh no, he just ran away. That's not good. All the trees? No. Good start, good start. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. However, there was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Kamiki Village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Thank you, tree, for protecting us. Wood sprite Sequoia? How troublesome. Yeah, I like her eyes. She's got nice eyes. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly. There is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Amaterasu, now is the time. The fucking jiggle physics. Oh my lord. We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Let's go! Yay, good puppy. Ōkami Amaterasu. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the savior whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demon so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. Oh yeah, go take a nap. Same. Amaterasu, gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your untimely departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, but never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Hey ma'am, your butt's showing. Okay. Okay. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Oh ho. Oh hee hee hee. What on earth? You again? It's called fashion, look it up. I'll definitely have to look it up. Ow, 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 are you nuts? Boy, for a little thing, you sure make a big fuss. I was just trying to make... Oh, is this the Navi of the game? Just trying to make the conversation a bit more interesting. That's all. Were you napping in my clothes again, Bug? Bug, I told you 1,000 times not to call me that. I'm a wandering artist. The name's Isun. Wandering artist Isun. I'll show you just how great I am, and it won't be long till you're bowing before me, my great brush. Bowing before my great brush. I'm looking respectfully. Well, what do you think? Even cuter than the real thing, no? What's with you, furball? You look kind of down in the dumps. Well, we did just wake up. Actually, you look kind of familiar. Got it, you look just like that statue of Shiranui. Did we just eat them? Whoa, what do you think you're doing? Are you crazy? A handsome guy like me should never be covered in wolf slobber. You'll regret messing with the great Isun. Don't make me use my prized sword, Denkumaru, against you. Hey, maybe we want to do something about the sky. What's that growling sound? And why is it so dark anyway? Oh great god, Amaterasu. I've used all the power I have to protect Kamiki Village. The village lives on, their spirits lie encased in my fruit. Cut it free and the village will be reborn. I trust in you. I know that you will lead us down the right path. Only your awesome power can restore life to the world. The trees return to normal, huh? That Sequoia girl sure said some weird stuff. The villagers' spirits are being kept inside the fruit. That's the fruit. That girl said that if you can cut it down, the village will be restored. But it's awfully high up there. You don't use some kind of special power. There's no way you're gonna reach it. This darkness is really getting to me, too. A lot can happen while you're taking a nap. It's true. Okay, into the light. Where are we? Got awfully quiet all of a sudden. I don't remember any place like this in the village. Well, we better keep our eyes peeled. You can use the right stick to look around. L changes your point of view. Boy, you really look so helpless. You sure you're gonna be okay? Oh god, it's... Can I change? There are options? Okay, I don't think this game has options. What? Okay, well, I'll just have to get used to. It's inverted, and it's confusing. Hold on, that's an origin mirror. They say once your reflection appears on its surface, your memories will be stored in the mirror for all eternity. Well, to put it shortly, you can save your progress here. And let me give you a little advice. You should save a number of game files. That way, you could always go back, get stuck or something. Gotta be prepared, especially while you're still learning the ropes. Oh, I pushed the wrong button. It's negative to go to options. Yes, I think this is what I want. Hold on, no, I think I want just this. Hold on. I'm figuring this out. Hold on. No, the other one. Me trying to remember what's y-axis and x-axis? I don't remember. I think that's what I want. Sure, I think that's what I want. You usually invert Y, but that barely makes me a monster. I just hate that games can't have a specific way they do the camera. There should be one way to do it. Instead, I have to change it every time because I'm like, I'm used to one way. Stop making me do it multiple ways. Look at all these pots waiting to be broken. Best part of any game like this. If you bust them, there might be something good inside. Press Y to bust them with your head. Way to go, my furry friend. You can do that anytime you can see something to break. The first real game you ever play had Y inverted as normal, so I've been cursed ever since. Whoa, so Mario 64 was the first game I like truly played, so that's probably, I probably go based on whatever Mario 64 was. Whoa, hold on there, furball, get a load of that. That chest looks mighty tempting. Let's go check it out. Getting up that height ought to be a piece of cake. Press B to jump, then press B again to do a wall jump. But make sure you press it firmly, so you jump really high. Oh, okay. Easy. I knew you could do it. They say good luck is found in high places, so keep your eyes peeled. We don't want to miss any treasure. Very open. Yeah, hold on. I think I want to invert both. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I do want to invert both. Yeah, I'm gonna ignore Isun as much as I ignore Navi. Navi, whatever. You would think I would have a specific way of saying Navi's name, but I don't. I say both, because I second guess myself. You obtained Holy Bone S, Materasu's favorite snack. Stores 3 units of solar energy. Oh, okay. Looks like the bridge is out. This shouldn't be so hard. Amaterasu, was it? That's kinda long. Mind if I call ya Amy? Listen, Amy. Ever heard of the spirits of the brush? Good brushwork has its own soul. At least that's what they say. Just watch. It'd take all day to explain. Picture's worth 1,000 words, right? Nice, huh? Just a little technique I've mastered called rejuvenation. It's one of many brush techniques that use divine power. It's a brush god power that can restore broken or missing things. I practiced really hard just to master this one technique. But there are 13, each one is a power of one of the 13 brush gods. Originally, all 13 were a single powerful deity. When the deity died, its power was split into 13 separate gods. The gods now dwell within objects all around us, but God or no God, how could anyone have the power to master all 13? Whee! Oh, River of the Heavens. River of the Heavens. They mean the fabled Stardust River. But I sure don't see anything like that around here. Couldn't be that little puddle over there, could it? I don't know. I'm gonna go this way though. Wow! Look at the stars twinkle. I haven't seen such a beautiful nighttime sky in ages. Hey look, are those stars forming a pattern or is it just me? So we can actually eat his... He's soon in the first scene, right? There's one missing. Guess I'll just have to draw the missing star. Yes, that's how it works. If there's a star missing in the sky, just draw it, guys. Ah! Looks like I'm just not ready to draw missing stars. Press R to hold the brush and Y to draw. I sure spent a heck of a lot of time practicing that. I did it! Yeah, so like Horcruxes. Exactly, Horcruxes. Oh! Pretty white dragon! Yomigami! Ah, why? If it isn't Mother Matarasu. Apologize for not contacting you sooner during these long years. Having never forgotten you, I, Yomigami, God of Restoration, have eagerly awaited this day when we could again meet. I'm also sorry if I butcher any names in this. I'm just sorry. I'm doing my best. While you were away, the 13 spirits of the brush that you once possessed, including myself, have been scattered across this land of men, and now lie in disarray. I became a constellation and managed to survive until now. The time has come for you to seek out and reunite all the techniques. Your power is what is needed to restore the dried riverbed of the heavens and renew the flow of stardust. We got the thing! Wow, that was Yomigami? The god of rejuvenation? Wait, so you have the power yes. Can you yes, Isun. Who else yeah, okay. I get it. Literally is Nappy. Just explaining everything that was just explained to us. We already saw this. Yes, I think that's what we need to do. A Star River, there's no way you could pull it off a stunt like that. Watch me. I'm gonna do it. Ye of little faith. Oh. Oh, nice. So what I gotta do? Is that what I want to do? Whoa! A river of stardust! This really must be the river of heavens. What I really want to know is who the heck drew that darn thing? Me. I guess I need to draw it all the way across. I did it! Space River. You obtain Astral Pouch. Look what you found, Furball. This astral pouch has... Here's amazing. It swallows lots of food. Then when it's full, it can revive its owner if he or she dies. Let's start feeding whatever food we can find. Oh, that's cool. Like a fairy. You consumed peach. Juicy and fragrant peach. Fills astral pouch a little bit. Ooh. You consumed apple. Oh no, the orange! It disappeared! Okay, well. Here we go. This is pretty. Oh, I like how you speed up as you continuously run. What does this say? Fountain of Nagi. Nagi? What's his name doing here? Well, it's probably because this is his fountain. Ooh, secrets. Dumplings. Dough balls made from grain. You can do a whole heckin' yum. More pots. Owie. More dumplings, okay. Oh, is this the legendary shrine? You must be in the cave of Nagi. The legendary hero Nagi is enshrined here. He vanquished evil 100 years ago, with the help of the White Wolf, Shiranui. First the River of the Heavens, now this place? Where the heck are we, Furball? Where the heck are we? Boy, this place is a wreck. See? That sword's in really bad shape. The god sure didn't do much to protect this place. Way to be judgmental. Whoa. Ooh, these pots are huge. Doesn't the broken sword there bug you? Nope. Doesn't bother me one bit. I guess you're supposed to jump. Right. The game mechanic. I did this a lot with Breath of the Wild where I would just be like, I have no idea what to do. Oh right, the literal game mechanic of the game. That really was your brushwork all this time. How'd you get so good? Exactly who are you anyway? Hey, there's another constellation. This one looks like a... Oh, cute! It's a little friend! Tachigami. Well, 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 if it isn't Mother Amaterasu. It's been a long time, but with all these monsters around, the only place I could hide was in this shrine. Dedicated ancient heroes. If there's anything I can do to assist you in your endeavors, I'm at your service. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a chinchilla or a hamster or what, or both. A hamster chilla? Make good use of this sword. It was designed to conquer evil. A little friend with a big sword. The little friends are so cute. Now we can fight. Hey, that was the god Tachigami, master of the power slash technique. Wait a minute. You're getting all these powers. Then you're just like that Shiranui. Yeah. You know, the wolf who fought and died alongside the great Nagi. When Shiranui died, the wolf's power was split into the 13 brush gods. This is crazy. Shiranui and Nagi? Just like the legend. Well, anyway, I've never seen this power slash technique myself. How about showing your stuff off on that boulder over there? Let me see you slice it in half by drawing a single line. I won't believe it till I see it. Again, ye of little faith. Wow! I didn't think you had it in you, Furball. I'm not even in the same league as you. Guess I really overestimated myself. Hey, Furball. I mean, Amaterasu. Made up my mind. You're Shiranui Reborn, and that means you can master all 13 techniques, right? In that case, I think I'll tag along until I'm as good as you. Lucky you! Heh, it's no use trying to change my mind. There's no stopping me once I've made a decision. But enough about me. Now that you've mastered the power slash, you can cut down that thing Sequoia was talking about. Let's go back and give it a shot. What's up, Sam? How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Okay. Get out of here. What the? Where'd they come from? Ah, whatever. Draw first, ask questions later, right? You know that divine instrument you have on your back? Well, press Y to use its power against them. Look, Amy. Once you've caught them off guard and turned them black and white, you're easy prey for your... Oh. Grab your brush and power slash. You obtained Spirit Globe S. Humanity's faith made solid. Okay. You obtained Ink Bottle. Bottle full of ink. Fills one of Amaterasu's ink pots. I did it! Oh, the fighting stuff's really fun. Hold on, we gotta... Whoop! Nope. Gotta cut rocks and collect stuff. Aw, man. You're doing well. I'm hoping I am doing well. Very excited to be playing this, finally. Oh, this was sneaky. Give me the thing. Oh, pots. Oh, I guess it comes back. Okay. Return of the horse. More fighting. Cabbage. My cabbages. Oh, I guess I just killed them. Whee! Give me all the monies. Whee! I'm gonna break these pots again, just get as much money as possible. I don't know how important money is, but can't be too careful. Your brain ignored everything after the Pokemon community game said catch grass. You gotta catch this grass. It's like touch grass, but you gotta catch the grass. This community event spawn chance plus 10%. Ooh. Hey, we can finally do this. Yay! It's all fixed. Well, at least the village is fixed. God, this game's so pretty. And the rejuvenation cutscenes are so nice. Wow, the village has been restored. Sequoia came through big time. She really was protecting the village. But I sure wish I could have spent some more time in her kimono. Soon, please. If you know. What a fucking pervert. Oh my god. But seriously, with monsters running around and all, the village could still be in danger. Just see how they're all doing down there. Oh my god. HyperX put up a post of grass keycaps on April Fools. It's really funny. Oh, we can just bark. Best game ever. You can just bark. Okay. He's such a pervert. What in the world? I don't remember there being a statue here. Well, whatever. Go talk to the villagers. Isun, I think, okay. I think that is a villager. They had a link in a brick rolled. Amazing. Well, I want to read. Hey, there's a statue here too. It's like the villagers have turned. Not again. That's not one of those smaller monsters that are lurking about. We're like that's got to belong to something much bigger. Let's hurry up and find somebody with a pulse. Do you have a pulse? No good, this one's not moving. Everyone here was perfectly fine just a few hours ago. There's definitely something strange going on around here. The village is back, but what's up with the dark sky? Maybe it's dark outside the village too? Let's find some high ground so we can take a look. Okay, Obi-Wan. Isu's a pervert, that's what he is. He's like Jiminy Cricket, except I also want to smack him. There's definitely something strange going on, yeah? It definitely seems like it. This is bad. The sun's not even shining. It's as black as night as far as the eye can see. And not a single villager can move a muscle. Is it some kind of curse? Did a monster do this? Not gonna stay like this forever, is it? If only the sun were out to light our way. If you could draw a circle in the sky, we'd have ourselves a sun. But I guess that'd be impossible, even for a god like you. Maybe we better seek out another brush god for help. Of course, if you had that kind of power from the start, that'd be a different story. Yay! What the? Come to think of it, your name is Amaterasu. That's the name of the sun god. So it followed that you had the sunrise technique from the start. With it, you could even turn night into day. Wow, you're no run-of-the-mill god, that's for sure. The flowing brush is like music from the heavens. That's a line from one of my grandfather's poems. He felt a skilled artist was like a musician of shape and color. Since you're such a great artist yourself, why don't we name your brushwork after that poem of his? It's called Celestial Brush. After all, your brush did bring out the sun. Well, Amy, let's get back to the village. Okay. Can you feel the sunshine? Who are you? I don't... You look like a dude straight out of Wind Waker. Village Elder Mr. Orange. A white wolf. Not the one who fought that terrible creature with Nagi. It couldn't possibly be the legendary Shiranui. No, it can't be. That story is 100 years old. Still, you look a lot like that statue of Shiranui. On the other hand, you don't look quite as smart. Wow. Okay. Fuck you. How rude. Yeah, I'm gonna fight you. Whoa, whoa, whoa! No need to growl like that. Can you really understand what I'm saying? Well, I'm not one to mince words. I just state the facts. Uh-oh. Hello. What's this sudden chill down my spine? Here they come, Furball. Or here they come, Furball. Those are the monsters that have been plaguing these lands. They sneak into villages and cause all sorts of trouble. Step aside, Furball. This is a job for my trusty sword. Your sword is like very small. Not judging or anything. Oh my god. Did we just throw... Did we just... Okay, I messed up. No, I messed up again! Okay, well... Oh, I think I'm doing it too soon. They weren't fully black and white yet. Yay, we fixed the pond! And we got thingies. Wow, you really gotta get aggressive when you're mad, don't you? Hey, you got yourself some praise. And look, see how that dried up spring began flowing again? That's because riddling an area of monsters restores the god's power to the land. People call it divine intervention. The more you restore the land to its natural beauty, the more praise you'll get. It's the source of your power. Few people believe in gods these days, and that may weaken you, but if you try real hard, your true power just might shine through. But boy, there's sure been a lot of monsters around lately. That Mr. Orange you tossed around up on the sacred deck? Looks like he thinks you're a regular wolf. Seems the gods have grown so weak people can't see them anymore. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Oh, anyway, I'll show you around the village. I have a feeling we're in for an epic adventure. This should be fun, Furball. Give me this. You obtain feedback seeds. Freshly roasted seeds that seed-loving animals can't resist. Why, you little devil, look at this sweet grub you found. Hey, wait, this is animal food. Still, we could save it to give to the animal. I am an animal. Something good, okay. I know gods aren't supposed to use creatures in this manner, but what the heck. Let's make an exception this time. Oh, I almost forgot there's something I wanted to tell you. Whenever you want to check the items you've obtained, just press the plus to open the fan menu. While the fan menu is open, you can check and use the items you have. There's other things you can do there too. Fan menu is your key to a successful adventure. Give me the thingies. He does look like a cross between both of them, yeah. The brush kill is very finicky, okay. I too subsist on praise. Gotta stay hydrated. There is a lot of talking. Also, Amaterasu just immediately laying down is a big mood. Can I draw like a tree? No. Oh, I can feed the birds. What about exposure? Yes. Let's see what happens. Did I break the game? Why are we just staring at this bird? Oh, okay. It's just a long cutscene. Now the birds are happy! Yay! I think this person needs help. Oh, it's Mr. Orange. Ah, great Sharanui. Oh no! Oh, he's dead. Oh, you can just bite people? What the heck? I feel it, I sense it. Foul beasts dwell in this place. Concentrate, look hard, you see. Right behind you now. Oh. Easy. Oh no, give me the ink. Okay, thank you. Humans are not witness to such battles, but I saw it. The fighting went on for exactly 14 seconds. Oh, so every time you... Oh, okay. Interesting. You just fight every time. You fight well. I have chosen the path of Buddha, but in you I sense another power. And I see the path you have chosen is also a path of truth. Oh, we had to do it in a certain time. Okay. I wonder if you can just keep beating your score and get more. Okay, well, let's move on. I've had just about enough of this. I don't know if it's stray dogs or monsters or what. Someone keeps messing up my crops. Going around digging holes with X makes me mad. If I catch you digging around here, you'll get a good thumping. Okay. Like this? Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. Hello. A white wolf. Now that's just plain weird. It looks like a weak little bugger. Think you could beat my dog, Hayabusa? Well, listen to this. There's this field my mama tends to use. Well, Hayabusa managed to dig up 9 turnips in a row. Even though my mama was chasing him around, trying to slug him, there's actually 10 turnips in that field. Hayabusa's fixing to get all 10. Oh, cute little puppy. Look how happy he is. Nothing's happening. Hello, you look like you're in need of help. Oh, it's Mrs. Orange. A white wolf, now that's a rare sight. You come from the mountain just to play with us. Well, you better be careful, dear. Lately, some monsters have been attacking the villagers. You even know who you're talking to, Grandma? This here is Shiranui Reborn. The wolf and I have it covered. These monsters are history. Well, if it isn't, it's soon. And riding a wolf, are we? This one certainly resembles Shiranui, especially the nose. Well, I better get back to my work. Mumble, mumble. Hello. Well, what a fine-looking wolf. What's your name? Name's Cushy. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hello. Sake brewer or sake. Sake. Sorry, I'm an English speaker. Sake. Working in the fields again, are ya? It's soon. Are you and the wolf together? This is where I grew the rice for making my sake, you know. I have to manage the harvest all my own. It's hard work. Maybe I should have Susano give me a hand again this year. Oh, listen to me blabbering on. I just can't help chatting to you. Why, Amy, I think you found a friend here. There meet many people who want to talk to you like this. You should talk to them 2 or even 3 times. Being a god and all, you can actually tell when to talk, because you'll see a triangle above their head. That means they still have something to say. Might even be valuable information sometimes. They may be just muttering to themselves, but it pays to listen. Sorry. Susanoo's a neighbor of mine. He's a little unusual, but he goes around with a huge sword slung over his shoulder. He's always practicing with it. They say he's a direct descendant of our legendary hero Nagi. And he loves his sake too. He often pops around to buy it. Make sure to say hello when you see Susanoo. He could use a friend, I should think. He's always on his own. You got a friend in Susanoo. What's up, Helica? I hope you're doing well. This must be where she ages the sake. It smells good, doesn't it? I keep accidentally barking. This is Mushi's handwriting. I guess this is where the mother and the boy live. And this is the orange house. Nothing to eat here. Wow, they sure love their oranges. You consumed orange. Oh, hey. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna take all your oranges. Oh, I can talk to the kid again. Think you can dig up all the turnips in my mama's field? Don't forget, you have to avoid being slugged by my mama. I'll admit, you're better than K9 if you can do it. She's gonna try to slug us? Not exactly my idea of a good time, Amy. At least you have your celestial brush and wicked brushstroke. Okay, but I tried digging, it didn't do anything. Maybe I can't do anything yet. Oh, I understand now. Ah! No! Ah! No! Oh, you have to start over, I see. No! Oh, sorry, bird. Oh no, that poor bird. I did it. I did it, kid. You offer oddly shaped turnip. Hey, that's the oddly shaped turnip Hayabusa has been looking for. That means you've broken Hayabusa's record by digging up all 10 turnips. Gosh darn it. Fine. You're the better canine. Anyway, it actually feels good to have a new goal to aim for. I did it. Okay, we can talk to you again. Oh, sorry. Here to listen to the ramblings of an old woman, are you? Well, I was doing the laundry, but when it was ready to dry, I noticed my drying pole was gone. Oh, whatever shall I do? Where did that darn pole go? How could something important like that just disappear? She's missing something that should be there, is she? You better help her out, Furball. Okay, where should it be? Oh, right here. I did it! A new drying pole? Oh my, where did that come from? The gods must have answered my prayers, how wonderful. Time to dry the laundry. Well, I'm glad I was able to hang my laundry, but the sun seems so far away these days. Maybe it doesn't like all those monsters that are lurking about. If only it would shine closer, my laundry would dry in a second. My laundry would dry in a jiffy if the sun would shine closer. She wants the sun. Time to use you-know-what. Do I have to, like, draw, like, sun rays or something? No, we just have to draw a sun. It's that easy. My word! The sun is suddenly drawn so close. My laundry will be bone dry in no time. First my pole, and now this. Will the miracles never cease? Maybe I ought to make some cherry cakes to offer to the sun. Come back tonight if you want some too, Snowball. No one bakes better cherry cakes than mouth-watering good. Yeah! What's this? Oh, it's just a save. Anybody home? Sheesh! Did they just... As soon, please. He's always snoring like a bear. This is the home of the 2-bit middle-aged warrior Susano. He goes around claiming to be a descendant of Nagi. He's famous around here for his lineage, but he's awfully lazy and too off the wall to be a descendant of a legendary hero. Break his horses. Can I break his rock? No. I'm not strong. Sir, wake up. Hey! Is it me or can you hear snoring from underneath this jug? What a sneaky dude. Bzz, I am the greatest. Oh, do I have to pop his bubble? Whoa, looks like he ain't waking up anytime soon. He's out cold. No, I got this. No, I pushed... Okay. Oh, that didn't work. It didn't work! What if I draw a circle around him? Oh. Hello? Heave, heave. This is weird. My mind really wants to shift this rock. My body won't cooperate. It's like I'm made of lead. Could this be a case of demonic possession? I sure hope not. It could be. What's up? Oh. I'm too close. There we go. Yay! Oh, 30. 30 praise. Thanks for all the praise. You accumulated praise. Whoa, Amy, you suddenly started glowing. That means your divine attributes can be enhanced. Well, you sure look excited. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let's take a stab at enhancing your divine attributes. Then open the fan menu where you'll see divine attributes. Use the praise you've accumulated to enhance any attribute you want. Oh. Solar energy, amount of ink. Oh, I see. Cool. Well, is it all coming back to you or what? Huh? It's hard to notice such a small enhancement. Oh, lighten up, Furball. This is one big step for the new and improved Amaterasu. Keep up the good work. Oh, and I almost forgot. We better check in on that dude. Ah, I feel as light as a feather now. Sadly, it doesn't make it any easier to shift this boulder. Who wouldn't block the only path out of here anyway? There's no way I can get back to the city now. Say, pup, your owner lives here in the village, right? So you must know that guy, Susano. Can you get him to come here? They say he is a descendant of the legendary hero Nagi. If anyone can do something about this rock, it's him. That's strange. This boulder wasn't here before. Okay, now we can go see Nagi. Damn font. Font's catching everything. Hell yeah. Dedenne, Minen. Okay, let's see. How the fuck do we wake this guy up? Does this work now? I see. What the? Huh? Nice sword. Ah, I feel so well rested. I planned to meditate underground, but fell fast asleep. Huh? Who are you? And what business do you have with Susano, the greatest warrior ever? The greatest warrior, Susano. Do even the beasts know of my great exploits now? Well, Fido, I'm not looking for apprentices, Fido. Go back to the mountains and play with your monkey friends. How dare a mangy mutt like you interrupt my meditation? Get a load of this guy. All brawn and no brains. Quit messing around and come with us. You snuck in here again? Quit bugging me, you bug. I told you, don't call me a bug. Come on, Amy, we're taking him with us. What do you think? What do you think you're doing? Put me down this instant. What will the neighbors think? We're just gonna steal this man. Get up the stairs! This game is wonderful. Amy's just like, I need you, I'm taking you with me. Whether you like it or not. Hey, I brought the man. You mangy mutt! You brought me all the way here just to test yourself against me? Then prepare to taste the wrath of my trusty blade. Tohin Baku. Hold on a minute. You're the legendary Susano? Yep. None other than Susano, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And by the way, never interrupt warriors engaged in battle. But I've got a favor to ask you. This huge boulder blocking the path is really getting in my way. Can't you do something about it? What? Come on, please. I mean, you are Nagi's descendant, aren't you? Surely one stone's no match for your mighty skills, right? It is certainly not beyond my ability. Really? Great! Okay then, no time like the present, go for it. Wait, a boulder of this size is not very easy even for me. This will require my utmost focus to magnify the power of my sword. I shall retire to the training grounds to make preparations. Wait for my return. I wonder. I've never seen the guy train seriously. Ever. Sounds like a liar to me. Can I do anything? Is he just taking a... Yep. Sure is. I know I told the merchant I could help. But a boulder of that size? I don't care if I'm a legendary bloodline, it's just too big. Oh no. I can't believe I've run out of sake at the time like this. This won't do one bit. That's it for today, I'll just have to train tomorrow. I can't train without sake to fuel the fire. Training will just have to wait till tomorrow. Why do today what you can put off until tomorrow? You know, that's what I'm saying. I agree. Let's do things the Susano way. Ha 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 ha. Sake, Oh yeah, this village has a sake brewing girl. Doesn't it? Yep. It sure does. Let's go talk to her. Hello. Oh, hello there. I've got a bit of a problem, you know. I have Polish rice in the mill house before I have... Oh my god. I have to polish rice in the mill house where I can use it. I was like, Polish rice? What? What? I understand now. I was reading it wrong. But the mill's broken. A wicked monster broke it the other day. It's hopeless trying to make good sake without clean rice. Wow, that's too bad. Thanks, Isun. I should never have let that monster try my new thunder brew. Broken mill and flattened crops. That's all thanks I get. Don't go giving monsters sake. They're bad enough sober. Sheesh, what was she thinking? I'm gonna flick Isun into the river. Anyway, I guess this is a matter of fixing something that's broken. Sounds like something you could handle with your brush, Amy. I'm sick of this. Tiny man. Let's try this again. Close enough. Nope, not close enough. Please? Please! Just work! Oh my god, I can't make the circle like the right angle. Do I have to do it across the river maybe? No! It is not working. There we go. It just has to be like the perfect angle. What's this? The mill's been mended. Who on earth did that? I'd completely given up on the idea of making my sake. But now I can get on with polishing the rice. Well, no time like the present. I better get started. Nope, I want to save. Okay, let's go to the sake hut. Where did she go? Oh, did she just pet me? That's adorable. You're interested in how to brew sake, are you, Snowy? Well, this thing's here for polishing the rice, you see. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got something I think you'll like. It's just some leftover stock from the store. But I made it myself. It's called the Vista of the Gods. Oh, but are you even old enough to drink, Snowy? I'm literally like 100 years old. Oh, do I just give this to the old man? Susan. I'm giving this man my gift. Hold it right there, Fido. That smell, is that Kushi's famous homebrewed sake? Offered Vista of the Gods. Fido, my friend. Did you bring me some of Kushi's sake? Oh, what a glorious day. Good old sake. I mean, a man without drink is like a warrior without his trusty sword. In fact, it is said that Nagi himself relied on the power of sake in his battle with the dreaded Orochi. It's also clear now. Let the training begin. I'll just try a bit of my usual routine. Okay, here I come. Can this man actually break the rock? Oh my god. Are we... Okay, I wasn't fast enough. You should not get off so easy next time, dummy. I have to break it for him. Whoa, look, he did it. Oh man, this guy is so good. Feast your eyes on this. Susanoo style. Exploding implosion. Incredible. Huh? Hiya! Susanoo style? Exploding implosion! Whoa! You're telling me we could have done this the whole time? That's amazing! You slice a huge rock clean in half! You really are something. Wow! I didn't think you could do it, Pops. Me either. I mean, of course I could. After all, I am Susanoo, the greatest warrior ever. You weren't just showing off when you said you're Nagi's descendant. Someone like you'd have no trouble fighting monsters off, huh? Well, anyway, thanks a lot. Now I can start doing business again. Did you say monsters? Oh, of course, no problem. This is a job for the most skilled warrior in all of Nippon. Yes, I shall rid these lands of their vile presence. Just sit back and watch the great Susanoo work his magic. He's gonna die. He shouldn't get all puffed up. He's nothing without us. Think he'll be okay? The monsters outside the village are nasty. Ah, glorious Materasu. What an angle. Oh, I get it. Her butt and her boobs are shaped like a peach. I understand. Still really interesting design. What a pleasure to witness your heroic deeds. I am in awe. When you cleave the boulder in two, my heart skipped a beat. To see your skills with the brush is to be witness to great art. Yeah? So do we get a reward or something, lady? I hardly think your participation had any impact, little bug. It's Isoon, 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 Isoon. Stop calling me a bug. I'll crawl back into your kimono if you say that again. My word. Ah, relax, lady. Furball's here is more comfy anyway. Let's get back to that reward thingy you were talking about. Come on, Amy. Put your paw up or something. Go on, shake. I must apologize. I would like to reward you, but I am afraid I haven't the power. I can barely muster enough strength to make a flower bloom. Though, my body stands firmly here, within the confines of the village. My roots spread far and wide, protecting remote areas outside. These parts of me are known as guardian saplings. They collect the praise and adoration that gives me strength. The recent evil is eroding the guardian saplings. If this continues, I will wilt away as well, and my power will vanish. Worse yet, the dark power grows stronger with each passing day. Life as we know it will be consumed utterly in no time. Aw man, this is getting heavy. We're just sleeping. Great and power, Amaterasu. Could I be so bold as to request your assistance in rejuvenating these guardian saplings by lifting the curse that enslaves them? I shall mark the locations of nearby saplings on your map. Cool. I have grown tired. I haven't even the strength to speak now. I hope that my request has not fallen on deaf ears. Materasu, may the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Bah! I'm always itching for a good fight, but I sure don't want to poke my nose into this mess. Still, I'm stuck with Furball here until I get all the brush skills. Anyway, Amy's a god and all. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, did you listen to her, Furball? You get the rest of the brush techniques to save the world. And I'll steal and learn them. Yeah, that's the ticket. At any rate, let's start by following these marks on the map. Okie doke. Which one's the map? This is the map. I see. So we have to leave the village to find them. Okay then, Guess I better offload some stock before heading back. Feel free to take a look if you've been sent to do the shopping, pup. I have been sent to do it, yes. Okay, so we got seeds that loving animals can resist. Okay. Vengeance slip. Exorcism slip. Those are just temporary increases. I'll buy one of each of these things. Just in case. What's up, Tube? I hope you're doing well. We should really finish this damn game. I'm liking it a lot. It's a lot of fun so far. Shinshu Field. Huh? You probably know this already, Amy, but this here is Shinshu Field. The most beautiful field in Nippon. At least it's supposed to be. But ever since that incident, I've been getting a bad vibe. Better watch where we're going. You can look at the map by holding down ZL, okay? Pay attention to the map as we push ahead. Oh, okay. This makes my life easier. Amy, that's the first guardian sapling marked on your map. It's supposed to be a place for travelers to rest and recuperate. But just look at it. It looks like it could fall over at any moment. The place is definitely cursed, from the looks of it. Places where evil has taken hold, luring monsters from far and wide. You are known as curse zones. I've never seen one this big. It's withered all the plant life in the area, even that big tree. It'd take a monster with powers beyond even a god to do this. That tree's an offshoot of Sequoia. Protects nature in the area. Maybe the natural beauty here would return if we revived it. But how the heck could we do that? Maybe if I draw a circle. What's this? Is this like a battle? I barked at you. Please respond. Oh, I missed. Yeah. But the natural beauty would return if we revive that tree, but how could you possibly do something like that? You need a special power that would make a withered tree bloom. I'm gonna assume we can't just do this. Yo. Oh no! Another statue. Has everyone here turned to stone? They must have been struck by some terrible curse. The only way to help them is to rid this cursed evil from the zone. Chinese cabbage. Hello. What just happened? I was here chopping wood and communing with nature as usual, when I heard a loud rumbling like an earthquake from the lake. Then a huge gust of wind blew up out of nowhere. I don't know what happened next. When I came to it, it was like this. My art workshop was just across the stream there, but it up and vanished when this cursed zone appeared. The earth must be angry. All I want is to live with nature in peace, man. And now I can't. I noticed a figure running from the lake toward Kamiki. Whoever it was, man, I hope Mother Earth kept them safe. What's up, nature buddy? Curious about that cave? It's the entrance to a place called Hana Valley. The site of an amazing waterfall. Monsters have moved in now. There's a trippy crystal ball that makes plants grow enshrined there. You think gardeners would be flocking here for it. Actually, not long ago that Susano guy went marching in there. It's weird, normally he runs away at the sight of monsters. And he hardly seemed the type to try his hand at gardening. Anyways, bad karma, man. You'd be attacked if you went in. Didn't this guy say he had like an art house? Do I have to just like build a square? Hello? Into the cave. Into the cave we go. But yeah, this game's great. I love the art. The gameplay is really fun. This cave is spooky. What's in here? You obtain Traveler's Charm. Protects travelers from danger, increase godhood by 1 level. Well, I should probably just use that then, right? The water is all gross. Good soup. Oh god, the fire hurts me. I mean, you know, that makes sense. Owie. Oh man. Yay! No! We were so close. Huh? We were the monsters, so why did the gods' power disappear? Guess the curse on the gods of these lands must be really strong. They can't intervene until we do something about the stagnant air. RIP. You obtained feedback fish. Okay. Thank you for the fish feedback. Hey, check out that tree. It's moving. Better be careful, Amy. Ah! You see that? It just threw fruit at us. Showed me try to hit its fruit back at it. Oh, okay. Oh, I did it too soon. Get wrecked. Look, you stunned it with its own fruit. Get out of here. Is this bridge gonna break? Oh, no. That looks like the way to go. Hey! Is there nothing up here? Well, what the fuck? I guess it's just to look. Oh! Ow! Oh, it's now nighttime. Spooky. Oh, hey, we found Susano. The Drum Man. Whoosh. Spirit Globe M. Humanity's faith stores 1 unit of solar energy. Oh, nice. That could be helpful in the future. We got 25 praise too. Hi, Susano. Hmm? What's all that racket? Oh, it's you, mutt. What are you doing here? Go home. I already told you I'm not looking for apprentices. Anyway, Ana Valley is no place for a mutt like you. Beyond this point lies my secret training ground. It's the perfect place to hide. Huh? I mean to train. Now Scoot, be off with ya. A perfect place to hide, huh? Also, before that, we can upgrade. What? I thought I got... Okay, I thought I got praise. I guess not. Wow, check out that wall painting. It says the crystal sphere that makes trees grow is enshrined. Somewhere around here. Based on this painting here, I say the rumor must be true. Still, something's not right. Don't you think there's something missing from the painting? Yeah. I think there might be something. A big old sun. What in heaven's name? What in tarnation? How did that happen? Well, now I can go hide. I mean... Now I can go train. It is now daytime again. Or morning, I guess. That looks important. That also looks important. What a strange place. Is this really the secret training ground Susano mentioned? Speaking of which, where'd Pops go anyway? He became a plant. What's up with this tiny sapling? I smell a faint scent like sequoias coming from this sapling. Huh? Bet something happened if we can just get this right. I know it's from studying some kind of secret. What's up with this puddle? Pretty chintzy for what's supposed to be a grand altar. But there used to be something here. Maybe, I don't... What? Do I have to draw something like here? Maybe I have to go this way first. What's in here? Oh, hi, Sue. Okay. What's with the big bear? Roar! What now? You foul beast! How did you get in here? Foul beast? It's just a cute little bear. What? It's literally falling asleep. You have some nerve sneaking into my private training ground. Now you shall get a taste of my new secret technique. Your foul beast looks like an ordinary sleepy bear to me, Pops. Enough talk. My blade thirsts for battle. Here goes nothing. Susano style, Susano! Whoa. Sa! No! Susano! Now for Susano style exploding implosion! I don't think anything's gonna happen. We just woke the bear up. Ah, he's just sleeping. That'll teach you, you foolish beast. You're no match for my new secret technique. Nope, not at all. Amaterasu is like, what the fuck, dude? Rest in peace, foul beast. The great warrior Susano condemns the offense, not the offender. Anyway, there are other monsters I must deal with. You do that. What's this? This crystal sphere is filled with leaves. Is this sphere used in a ritual for good harvest or something? Didn't that wall painting have a sphere-like object in it? It did. Do we have to push this? Oh, we have to push. I'm gonna go save again, just because. You can never save too much. So we have to push this up the hill, I think? Oh god. Do I have to push this into the puddle? Yeah. Aha! Now we can draw the sun. Wow! Someone had a lot of time on their hands to think this all up. So this was that sphere in the wall painting. Yes, we don't need to see the— oh my god. I bet the sphere here is magic or something. Yep. Aha. We did it! Big tree. Hey, is this a guardian sapling? It's all withered like the others. What the? Who turned out the lights? Oh, it's another constellation, Amy. Other power? Where? I'm gonna assume we have to put one here, one here. That's right. Another little man. Is it a sloth? No, it's just a monkey. Sakigami. Ah, Amaterasu. Origin of all that is good and mother to us all. My gratitude for releasing my body from its slumber. Please accept my humble thanks in return for your great kindness. I am Sakigami, one of the triumvirate of Flora gods known as the Hanagami. My brethren and I have been entrusted with the brush techniques, known collectively as Green Sprout. I now grant my humble power to you. Use it wisely. Okie doke. That was Sakigami, one of the gods of... I know, they said that. Isun, you're not very helpful. Apparently the bloom brush technique can make flowers blossom, simply by drawing a circle on a withered tree. Hey! Maybe it'll make the withered guardian sapling blossom too. Maybe. Aha! It's a cherry blossom! Ooh, Nidoran. Love Nidoran. Yay! The water's back! It's not gross anymore. Yay! Oh, we got 30 praise. Wow, look at how everything grew back so quick. Sequoia wasn't kidding about the power of the guardian saplings. So this is what Hana Valley is supposed to look like. Since Sequoia's guardian sapling has lifted the evil curse. Not sure how weak the gods have become recently, but it must have taken some wickedly strong power to suppress this magnificent guardian sapling. Even if you are sure knew we were born, we might be up against more than we bargained for. Hey, Amy. Excuse me. What about that withered guardian sapling outside? I bet you could revive it like you did this one. By bringing that guardian sapling back to life, you might be able to lift the curse there too. What are we waiting for? Leap before you think, right? Whee! The pretty tree is back. Aw, man. Evil dudes are still here. Get out of here. Oh man, it didn't work. Owie! Can I make him come out of the ground? Oh, wait. Where is he? Stupid. Ooh. Aminals! Can I feed the animals? The pig. I don't know what they... This probably? Okay, they're like seeds. Aww. Yay! This is the best part of the game. I like how Amaterasu just stares. Like, yes, eat. Yay, thank you. Also, I'm gonna level something up. We got, oh, we have almost 80. Let's use, let's level up our ink. That creepy old tree just won't give up. Got an idea, Amy. Maybe you could hit its fruit right back at it. Oh. You are now just a tree again. The statue's all dirty. That's proof that it's been watching us for ages. Can we clean it? No. Whoa, Amy, hold on. Annabelle looks so much better now, but what about this gloomy patch of grass? You can use the power of bloom to fill it in. Just fill it in with your brush and the bloom will take care of it. There we go. Ooh, a scroll. You obtained green sprout tips. Using the green sprout technique, poke holes in the ground with dots. Oh. Ink becomes as seeds and trees sprout forth, confounding foes. Oh. That's cool. There was a scroll here too, eh? Amy, this looks like the travel guide. Ancient record of pilgrimage across the land. If this were the real thing, it'd normally be worth a fortune, but with a lot of copies out there, you probably won't get much for it. At any rate, if you ever want to read it, just press the plus to the fan menu. It may sound rather preachy. Yeah. Hello, throw something at me. Is there anything up here now? What's this? Do I draw a circle around it? What is this? I don't get it. Maybe I don't have whatever I need for this. It turns green. I don't know if I can do anything with this yet. Can we fix these trees? Oh, we can. We're running low on ink. But we gotta fix all the trees. Oh, the ink like fills back up over time. I see. Oh, come on. Why didn't that work? Yeah, that's what someone was saying earlier, that it can be finicky. Yay! We made an island. And we got more praise. We gotta fix these trees. Can we do 2 at a time? You can. Okay. Good to know. Okay, well those are too far apart. Oh, it's a monkey! Wait. Can I feed you? I don't know what you eat. Do you eat? You eat... No, you're not interested. You eat seeds too? Feed the monkey! Yeah! I'm gonna feed as many animals as I can. Because they're so cute and they deserve food. All the good friends. I like that all the Pokemon on stream are either evolutions or starters. And then there's Snorlax. I'm glad we have a theme. Nine praise. Whee! I'm getting so much fruit. Feeding the animals is your favorite part of the game? Same. It's the best. No, the fruit! I can get it. Okay. Okay, let's go to the island and grab this. Ooh, another scroll. Digging tips. What are the digging? Press X to dig holes. Oh, maybe that place where the light was I was supposed to dig. Oh. I understand now. I have to go back Hey, I fixed all the trees. Oh, you get something special if you do. Cool. Nope. Okay, let's dig. Maybe not. Whoa. Oh, cool. Okay, let's go back up. Sweet. Let's level this up some more. What's in here? Whoop, don't jump. You obtain Sun Fragment. Collect 3 of these bright fragments to extend solar energy by 1 unit. Oh, nice. Also, can I, like, hold on. Can I make it, like, daytime whenever I want? Is that a... No. Okay. I just wanted to test the theory to see if I could actually make it daytime, and I don't think I can. That would be a cool, like, feature if you could do that. Oh, wait, never mind. You totally can. I just didn't make a good enough circle. Hi, monkeys. Okay, now we can save and leave. Okay, that's a new brush technique in the bag. Now, Amy, before you get all excited and forget what you're supposed to do, I have an important tip for you. Ready? Okay then. If you ever forget what to do next, press plus open the fan menu. And then take a look at the logbook. Find your journal there. Hey Amy, what about the withered guardian stopping on the other field? I bet you could revive it. Thank you. Your journal is a record of important dialogue you've heard. Shows all the important info you have in that furry little head. Just dig up info the way I showed you, and you'll be able to recall important things. Your adventure will be a lot easier if you remember this. Also remember, first things first. Freaky, it looks like the river is certainly cleared up. I did see Susanna whipping past here a little while ago, but surely it wasn't him who cleaned up the river, was it? Nah, that wouldn't make any sense. No, it wouldn't make any sense at all. Because it was me. Excuse me. Okay, let's fix this tree. Yay! Get that icky paint like goo. Get out of here. Yeah! Oh. It's so pretty! Those cutscenes are amazing. Wow! That nasty cursed zone is completely gone. The plants and animals are back and just feel that fresh breeze. Now that's what I call great divine intervention. If you keep on dispelling the evil curse like this, I bet the gods of nature will lend you their powers. The tree's bigger. Hey. Hey, that's Sequoia's tree, isn't it? Maybe she perked up because you revived a guardian sapling. Well, you can stop by and see her later. I mean, we're kind of on a roll here. How about we take a look around Shinshu Field first? You've been gone for 100 years, right? Good run around the place will do you good. Another scroll. Fleeing battle. The demon's grudge may take form as what is known as Demon Scroll. Physically contacting these scrolls draws you into a demonic realm. Find yourself under attack shortly thereafter. Often you wish to avoid them. If you can find a crack in the demonic realm's border, you... Oh, okay. Okay, so we can look around and we can also go visit the tree. Oh, okay. So feeding the animals. Gives you a thingy about them. And then the drum one. I kind of want to go back and see the tree first. Then we'll look around the Shinshi Valley. Oh, I can fix these trees. Can I put them in like a row and then do this? Kind of. Huh, heading back to the village already? Check your map again, we haven't seen everything. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, I'm gonna look later. Isun, shut up! I already hate Isun so much. Leave me alone. I want to do what I want to do. It's not like I can't go back. What's all this? The village is just bustling with activity. Wonder what's going on. I also want to buy some more food things, just... just to have. Ah ha ha ha! What a joy to see life return to the land. Just 15 more to go. We will bless with a miracle when all the trees are bloom. Oh, okay. I'll fix all the trees. No, too far away. Oh, she's singing. Well, if it isn't Snowball, hard at work guarding your territory? A most refreshing breeze suddenly started blowing today. How many years has it been since Konohana was green and fertile? Back then, the village's trees were in full bloom. Oh, she has more to say. Mr. Orange's dance reminds me of my childhood. Make any withered old trees spring into bloom with that. But he gave up dancing a long time ago. He said it was because the power of the gods had weakened. You'll find him at the sacred deck up on the hill. Oh, I can feed the dog. Yeah! Look at how happy. Let me out. Oh, Hyphen is the new king of hole digging. That man is all excited about the sacred tree's recovery. I can't believe it. Our sacred tree Konohana covered in leaves. Should be a good season for turnips too then, I guess. Oh, I forgot I was fixing the trees too. Did I miss any? I did. Oh. Oh, come on, please. We're going there. Let's go see Mr. Orange. Anything special happen if we feed the birds again? Oh, they just give you more. Okay. 69 praise. Hell yeah. The dog! Woof! We got the dog. Okay, there goes that fruit, I guess. No! Stop falling! And all the trees here. Okay. Oh no, there's one more. I missed. At last they answered all my prayers. All the village's trees have sprung back to life. It is time to harness the power that dwells within the good earth. Yes, it is time for the Konohana Shuffle. Shall summon back the spirit of the divine tree, Konohana. Sake of Valor. But first, I must break my vow of temperance. I shall gingerly sip this sake. Soon we shall see blossoms. That's okay. That's way more than a sip. Oh yes. 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 Hey Gramps, you okay? You got a real weird look in your eyes. Snowball, Isun. What you're about to see is stuff of legends. Behold the secret of secrets. I give you the Konohana Shuffle. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. I was supposed to draw a circle. No! It didn't work. Not even a bit. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Try again. I failed. It's my fault. I didn't know I was going to be doing anything. Fix the tree! Yeah! Oh? Ah, great Amaterasu. Sequoia, you're alive and you, look very nice. Little bug friend, I see you full of spunk as always. I also owe this blah, blah, blah. I also owe this elderly gentleman my deepest thanks. What bravery! Mere words cannot express the depth of my gratitude. Hey, you're... oh, okay. Thanks to you all, I have been restored and re-energized. Hey, you're missing some... okay. You look great. Of course, the one who deserves my thanks and respect the most is none other than the glorious god Amaterasu. Praise be to you. Well, I mean, at least her butt's covered this time. I cannot guarantee that it will mean salvation for all of Nippon, but if you restore the guardian saplings spread about the land, you too will benefit from the power that results. I will remain in Kamiki praying for your mission's success. I will look forward to gazing upon you again. May the fresh scent of flowers protect you always. Bye, tree mommy. Why is it dark again? Aw, man, what now? Oh, is it a new constellation? Who are you? Yes. Same. Oh, it's another monkey. Ah, Materasu, origin of all that is good and mother to us all. Long have I hidden myself here among the nature of Kamiki. But the time has come for I, Hasugami, proud member of Hanagami trio of Flora gods, to reveal myself. May my power be of assistance on your brave quest. Holy smokes, that was Hasugami? With the water lily power, you can create lily pads on water. You can use them to cross any body of water. Let's try it out. Come on, this way, Amy. Okay. I've been eyeing that treasure chest out there for some time. Why don't you create some lily pads? Make them like stepping stones all the way to the islet. The water lily brush technique creates lily pads on water. All I gotta do is draw circles on the water. Come on, Furball, let me see you work wonders with that brush of yours. Okay. How big are the... okay, they're pretty big. Wipe that smirk off your face, Furball. At least we don't have to worry about getting wet anymore. I know, now that you have this new power. Let's use it to travel a bit further out of the village. Can we get the treasure chest first? There's a waterway for ferry that went out of business around here. Okay. Our little Sequoia is back to her old peppy self, but there are still lots of guardian saplings that haven't blossomed. Why? Can I get the treasure chest, please? Why did we have that whole cutscene there? Oh, another sun fragment. One more. Okay. Let's actually go. Where am I? Oh, we're all the way over here. I need to see if there's any more trees to fix. Hello again. Ah, Ōkami Amaterasu, beloved mother to us all. I am flattered that you have judged my prayers worthy. The vile creatures that threaten our world are growing in strength. It is the utmost importance that we exercise great caution. As you rejuvenate each guardian sapling, I sprout a new fruit. These are known as guardian fruit. They contain wondrous treasures that I am honored to offer you. Each time you revive a sapling, you may return to Kamiki for more. Here, receive my offering. Your journey will be a long one, but perhaps this will aid you. May the fresh scent of flowers protect you. Got that, Furball. Revive a sapling to get some fruit. Don't be shy, there's nothing like a present from a hot babe. Soon. Please. Give me the fruit. You obtained bull horn. Decorative accessory wrought from the horn of a bull. Ooh. Cool. Do we fix all the small trees? I guess so. Oh, that's probably why we were able to fix the tree, actually, so I guess we did. Oh, there's a fruit up there. Can I just do this from here? I wonder how you get up there. Oh no, I gotta feed the rabbits! What do you eat? You eat herbs. Yeah! Feed the bunny. It's all good, Jamie. You've been, like, getting every single one. Yay! Good bunnies. I want to level anything up. I can level up my ink. I think we're good for now. Okay, I might actually... This seems like a good spot to end. We can check out the field next time. I think I'm going to end here. End a little early. It's a pretty good stopping point, I think. YouTube, that's where I'm going to end. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.